so we can get started. It's just me, the four of us. Tyler's not playing tonight. So we can get started. First thing we're going to do, we bring back the attributes, which have now been renamed gimmicks as proposed last week. We're going to do it in order of how people arrive. So Mike, pick a number 1 to 4.
Number 3.
Okay. Hold on, I'm just deleting one of them since we don't have 5 people.
You're deleting number 3, aren't you?
You said number 3. Okay. Chris, 1, 2, or 4?
2.
Pete, 1 or 4?
I'm in the 4.
And then Bob gets 1. 6. So I'll explain when we get there. But we will get started. The first category of the night is my boy D. Bry right there. With today being May 22nd and it being Daniel Bryan's 39th birthday, this entire round will be questions about the future Hall of Famer. Every question will be worth up to 4 points per correct answer. So you can number your board 1 to 10.
Okay, no iPad for this one.
Mania 18 tonight, by the way.
Nice.
One of my favorites.
Well, I watched that fucking No Way Out show. It was incredible last week. Had to follow it up.
All right, first question of the night. Daniel Bryan has been a tag team champion with 2 men in the WWE. For 2 points each, name both men. Okay, number 2. Daniel Bryan's finishing submission hold has been called 3 different names while he's been in the WWE. What are the 3 names? Number 3. Daniel Bryan and Kane were forced to attend anger management classes in the fall of 2012. And once they attended those classes, they returned to Raw for their infamous Hug It Out segment. That night, the WWE Universe was called upon to vote what Kane and Daniel Bryan would have to do, with Hug It Out overwhelmingly winning the vote. For 2 points each, what were the other 2 options on the poll that night? Number 4, the Wrestling Observer newsletter renamed one of their categories the Bryan Danielson Award after Bryan won the award every year from 2005 to 2013. What was the original name of this award? Number 5, Bryan won the tag team titles 1 time while he was a member of the TWA, the Texas Wrestling Alliance, and he was partnered with another Shawn Michaels trainee and a current member of the 205 Live roster. Who is it? That's 6, yeah. Daniel Bryan was the last ever pure wrestling champion, unifying the title with that same promotion's World Heavyweight title. What company was he competing in when he unified the 2 titles? Number 7.
Well, you guys are out this week. Fuck.
What's up? Oh, yeah.
All the beer guys are out. Nobody gives a shit.
Number 7. From WrestleMania 27 to WrestleMania 31, Daniel Bryan wrestled for 5 different titles at 5 consecutive WrestleManias. Starting at WrestleMania 27 with a U.S. title dark match against Sheamus, list in order the titles he fought for at the corresponding WrestleManias. All right. I'll go to number 8. We can go back to some of the questions. Number 8, despite being the sentimental favorite going into the show, Daniel Bryan did not have an impressive showing on NXT Season 1, losing his first 10 matches before being among the first 2 eliminated from the show. What other future Nexus member was eliminated alongside Daniel Bryan on that night? All right, number 9, and this kind of gives away one of the earlier answers, but oh well. After Daniel won the Intercontinental title at WrestleMania 31, he had a backstage interview where he was congratulated by 5 former Intercontinental champions. For 1 point each, name 4 of these men. If you name all 5, you'll receive a bonus 2 points. All right, number 10. This is another 4-part answer. In the spring of 2013, Daniel was a commentator on a weekend morning kid-friendly wrestling show. For 1 point each, what was the name of that show? Who was the head commentator? What was Daniel Bryan's nickname on the show? And what animal did he obsess over and make a million puns about? Bob, you good?
Yeah, I'm logging a beer. I'm good.
Yeah. Pete, Chris, Mike, good?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. Go through the answers. Number 1, Daniel Bryan's been a tag champ with 2 men. That's Kane and Eric Rowan.
Woo! So that's how many? Say it again.
4 points total. So it's 2 for each.
Got it.
So you had 3 Number 2, you had 3 submission holds. 3 names for his 1 submission hold. That was the yes lock, the no lock, and the label lock.
Ugh. I did not get
Point totals.
So if you got the yes or the no lock, that's a point. Label lock was tougher, so that'd be worth 2.
Woo!
For the anger management, the poll that night, so it was Hug It Out. The other options were singles match or a tag team match. Very,
Oh.
very straightforward.
Not Kiss.
Wait.
They either had to wrestle each other or team up and face somebody.
Oh,
I
I
said
thought
arm
they.
wrestle.
What were the names for the team?
No. Oh, Hug It Out was what they had to do that night.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, well, I don't think anybody got that, did they?
No, I said arm wrestle, but it doesn't count.
I handshake, high five. I was going for alliteration.
Number 4? What is this? What number was it?
Or
4. The Wrestling Observer changed the name of an award to the Bryan Danielson Award. That's the best technical wrestler. Nice.
Perfect. Yeah, perfect. Perfect. Correct.
What a good guess.
Bryan won the tag titles with a 205 Live guy in TWA. That was the Brian Kendrick. I'll take
But at the time,
Spanky works.
I'm
He
sorry.
is a man with a flag.
3 or 4?
That's right. That's worth 4. The last ever pure wrestling champion unified with the world title, that was in Ring of Honor.
Yeah.
Nigel McGuinness, right?
I don't know.
Two for that?
Nigel McGuinness.
That 2 point or 1 point?
No, it's 4.
Oh,
According
four.
to the
Yeah,
Wikipedia article that I read while I was taking a shit today.
Critical.
Pretty close.
Critical information.
Pretty close.
So from WrestleMania 27 to 31, he fought for 5 different titles. I gave you 27. At 28, it was the World Heavyweight title.
So,
29. Go ahead. What's up?
are these 1 point each?
Yeah, these are 1 point each. You don't have to get them all to get it right.
not including 27.
Not including 27. So you can
Okay.
it's 4 points. WrestleMania 28 was the world title. 29 were the tag team titles. WrestleMania 30 was the WWE World Heavyweight title. And 31 was the IC title.
Can I ask an honest question?
Yes.
For 29, I put the Bronze Tag Team Championship because I couldn't remember
Yeah.
what fucking name it. That counts.
No, yeah, that's fine. Yeah, because that's where they
changed the
were.
name. They're so inconsistent.
I think at the time they were just the World Tag Team titles.
Right, they were the only belts.
Yeah.
Those ones were ugly, man.
Ugh.
Yeah.
At
Actually,
least
I
The
have-
when they did
SmackDown
the-
Silvers.
The silvers look better than the copper. Like they look like pennies.
Pennies were garbage.
Yeah.
Number 8, despite being sentimental favorite, being eliminated first with this other Nexus member, that was Michael Tarver.
Fuck
Nice.
yeah.
Worst.
I put that as like a joke.
I just guessed
Yeah,
it.
the best and the worst guy were eliminated that night.
Yeah.
After Daniel won
Ryan
the IC
sucks.
after he won the IC title at 31, he was congratulated by 5 former. 1 point each, unless you got all 5. Pat Patterson, Roddy Piper, Ricky the Dragon Steamboat, Nature Boy Ric Flair,
Ooh.
and Bret the Hitman Hart.
Damn it. I thought it was Ron Simmons instead of Patterson. That's the only one I missed.
Simmons came last, but he never won the IC title.
I thought it was everybody that was in
Oh.
that Sting's Triple H match.
People just tried to end Rob Van Dam's life.
I put Razor over Flair because I couldn't remember if Flair actually won the title.
I didn't know
Uh,
Simmons didn't win the IC. No.
Yeah,
So
I
if I
remember you
didn't
said
get all
that.
5, you still
Or I
get 4.
said that.
Farouk fought for a
If
million.
you got
times.
4 of them, you got 4 points.
Okay.
And then the last one, the spring of 2013, the morning show, it was called Saturday Morning Slam. The lead commentator was Josh Matthews.
Nope.
He called himself the Dazzler.
Nope.
Slicked down his hair. Had like a little like twirl on the front, and he obsessed over bears.
You see that shit.
Nope.
All right,
Can't think of it.
category 2. This is entrance music. In this category, I'll share my screen and play 10 mashups of wrestler theme songs. Each mashup will be 20 to 30 seconds long and will consist of 2 wrestlers. So I think Pete, you did this when you hosted trivia one year.
did, yep.
The themes will be 2 themes playing together. So you get a possible 3 points per answer. There's going to be 2 songs obviously playing for each one. One of them's going to be very obvious because it'll probably be with like lyrics and everything. The other one's going to be pretty hard to tell. If you get the obvious one, it's worth a point. If you get the harder one, it's worth 2 points.
Got it.
Just let me know which ones you got, and I'll tell you how many points you got. So I will share my screen, and I'll start playing. It's about 4 minutes long, 4.5, 5 minutes long.
Does it just play continuously?
It'll say number 1 through 10 while it's playing, so you can put a little note if you need me to play it again at the end.
Okay.
All right, you guys see my screen?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Got boring wallpaper, bro.
Shut up. All right. Here we go.
I cannot hear this one at all.
Yeah, I can't hear this.
I think you guys got to mute yourself too. That'll help.
a tough time hearing all those.
Really?
Yeah.
I had everything turned all the way up too, so I don't know.
I don't think it was a volume thing. I don't know. Might be my connection. Don't worry about it.
There are a couple that were off for me, but I think it was.
You make those?
No, I think I found those online. Okay, so I'll go through the answers.
How does this work scoring wise?
So I'm going to read the names of who it was. The name that I read first will be worth 2 points. The name I read second will be worth 1. Okay. So for the first one, that was Bailey and Christian. So if you got Bailey, it's 2. If you got Christian, it's 1. If you got both, it's 3.
Okay.
The second one, number 2, was Curtis Axel and Ted DiBiase.
Junior.
Junior, yes. Comes from money. Number 3,
Hold on. Read those again.
If we couldn't open up.
Curtis Axel and Ted DiBiase Jr.
All right, so I got one.
Axel's 2, DiBiase's 1.
Got it. Yeah.
Correct, yes. Number 3 was CM Punk and AJ Styles.
That's a good one. I like that one.
Yeah, I like how they slow it down a little bit. Number 4 was Ricochet and Mustafa Ali.
Oh,
I knew Rick.
Lashley.
I got Ricochet.
Rick is the 1 point.
Got Ricochet. Could hear that.
Name you read first is a 2 point.
Number 5 was Rusev and Samoa Joe.
Joe.
And if
Don't.
not,
I thought it was Alexa's.
Yeah, I couldn't.
I said Rusev and Lana.
Bump,
That's
bump,
good.
you
bump.
could
A lot of people say Lana and Samoa Joe sound the exact same. So it
Yeah,
might be
was-
like the same like pace
It was
and
the
like
beat.
tempo.
The
Yeah.
beat up, it sounded like Lana.
Number 6 was Seth Rollins and Carmella.
That was a good one.
That one was awesome.
That was awesome.
Yeah.
Number 7 was Dean Ambrose and Tommaso Ciampa.
Oof.
Ooh.
NXT person. One that we
I thought I heard
already-
Lesnar in there.
Yeah,
Sure.
Bubba,
No.
hold on.
Number 8 was Johnny Gargano and Sasha Banks.
Hold on, Chief.
Number 9's probably going to get some people because if you couldn't hear it,
Bubba.
Drew McIntyre and Baron Corbin.
Ooh, no, I got it.
Oh, you did?
It was
Okay. The
tough to
very
hear.
beginning, you could hear the
The
bagpipes playing,
bagpipes, yeah.
but then it like blends in perfectly with Corbin's music.
I got
And then
Drew. I didn't get Corbin.
And then the last one was Finn Balor and Chris Jericho. That was Judas.
Sure.
Oh, damn it.
That was good. Are we doing the numbers round this week?
What numbers, Ron?
Where you got to write a number down?
Probably.
Mm-hmm.
no,
Okay.
I
I
suck at
that
the
round's going away.
the one with the group chat is when I suck at.
Do, 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 do.
Oh, Mike, that's actually your bonus.
Good. I need it.
It's
Hey, there
it's the
you go.
next category. I said 3. It's usually category 3. It's actually category 4.
It's going to be like the 1 week where I got to use 2 numbers and I still got both wrong.
I had that the first week. I still didn't get it.
Okay, so now we're in category 3. This is called this or that. So you can number your board 1 to 12. The first 11 are worth 2 points. The last one's worth 3 points. The way this is going to work, I'm going to give you a category that say, like, if I say who had more WrestleMania matches, person X or person Z. I'll say A person X or B person Z. You just write down A or B. So all of your answers will be A or B for your 1 through 12.
Okay.
So the first one, who had more title reigns? A, R-Truth as the 24/7 champion, or B, Raven as the hardcore champion? Number 2, who has had more career matches on Monday Night Raw? A, Jey Uso, or B, Jimmy Uso? Some of these you're going to have to really think. For ones like that, it's just put a letter down because you're not going to strategically know how many matches these guys have had.
Oh yes, I will.
Here's one. Number 3, Royal Rumble appearances. A, Bret Hart, or B, Owen Hart? Number 4, more combined TLC matches. A, Edge and Christian, or B, Jeff and Matt Hardy?
Got it.
Number 5, matches in the WWE's ECW. A, Rob Van Dam, or B, Tommy Dreamer? Let's go number 6. Most PWI 500 entries. A, Billy Gunn, or B, the Road Dogg. Number 7. A higher career win percentage. A, Hulk Hogan, or B, John Cena. Everybody really quick. All right, number 8. Days as Intercontinental Champion. A, Chris Jericho, or B, Razor Ramon. I'm not repeating. Number 9. Who had more
Hey,
WrestleMania?
YouTube.
Number 9. Who had more WrestleMania matches? A, The Rock, or B, Stone Cold Steve Austin. Number 10. Who held the Money in the Bank briefcase for less time? A, Alexa Bliss, or B, Bayley. Number 11. Who had more TNA World Heavyweight Championships? A, Bobby Lashley, or B, Drew Galloway. And then the last one, number 12, it would be either A, B, or C.
Oh,
Who had more career WWE matches? A, Dean Ambrose, B, Roman Reigns, or C, Seth Rollins? 3. So more
Boring.
title reigns, that was R-Truth. He had 35 to Ravens 27.
Wait,
So
she A or B.
A.
yeah.
Career matches on Monday Night Raw. A, Jimmy Uso, or I'm sorry, A, Jey Uso, or B, Jimmy Uso. That was A, Jey Uso, 110 to 109.
Oh my gosh.
We do it. Sorry, these +2 or +4. What's the point?
The first 11 are +2. The last one will be +3.
There was I was trying to remember which Uso was injured more. And I just guessed the wrong one.
By one match.
Yeah. Number 3, Royal Rumble appearances. A, Brett, or B, Owen. That's B, Owen Hart. 8 to
Really?
6.
How many?
8 to 6.
Wow.
I was thinking because Brett was probably champ at some point.
Yeah.
Right?
Probably his last 3,
Yeah.
maybe? 2 or 3? 2 out of the last 3. Combined TLC matches. A, Edge and Christian, or B, the Hardys. That's A, Edge and Christian, 11 to 8.
Wow.
I know Edge faced Cena one-on-one.
Face
Oh,
Cena,
Hardy.
face Flair.
Flair. His one against Flair is great.
That was on Raw, I think. Number 5, matches in WWE, ECW. A, Rob Van Dam, or B, Tommy Dreamer. That's B, Tommy Dreamer. It's actually a lot bigger than I thought. 97 to 41.
Tommy Dreamer.
Number
You might be
6.
watching this.
Number 6, most PWI 500 entries. A, Billy Gunn, or B, Road Dogg. That's A, Billy Gunn, 16 to 15.
Jeez. These are straight guesses.
Number 7, higher career win percentage. A, Hulk Hogan, or B, John Cena. Correct answer is B, John Cena. 76.3 to 63.5.
Wow.
Hogan's barely over
How much more?
50%.
Is it a percentage thing where like Cena just had so many more matches?
He did, yes. But
So I
also,
bet Cena had more total losses by a lot, but he just had so many
Oh,
more
yeah.
matches it didn't matter.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
In WWE, it's I think Hogan is like 77.6 and Cena's like 77.1.
Wow.
Cena had some like random matches in UPW. They're really
As soon
close.
as you asked that, I knew right away Cena had more losses, and then I remembered he had more matches. I was trying to think percentage-wise.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Number 8, the days as Intercontinental Champion, Jericho or Razor. Correct answer is B, Razor Ramon, 437 to 318.
Put A.
Jericho does not have long title reigns, even though he has a bunch. WrestleMania number 9, WrestleMania matches. A, The Rock, or B, Stone Cold. That's A, The Rock, 11 to 7.
Yeah, I was like, shit.
Number 10, held the Money in the Bank briefcase less time. Alexa or Bailey. The answer is B, Bailey.
Oh shit.
Hour 25 to 2 hours 52 minutes.
Yeah.
Number 11, more TNA championships. A, Bobby Lashley, or B, Drew Galloway. It's A, Bobby Lashley, 4 to 1.
It is.
And then the last one, career WWE matches. Dean, Roman, or Seth. Correct answer was A, Dean Ambrose, 1,011 to 979 to 927.
Who was last?
Seth. Scores right now. Chris has got 65. Pete and Bob both have 58. I'm sorry, Pete and Mike both have 58. Bob's got 53. All right, category 4 is closest to the pin. Like we do every week, I'll give you a category. You write down a number and then show it, whoever's closest. For this week, we're going to be doing a little different. If you're closest, you get 3 points. If you are on the head with the exact number, you get +2 as a bonus. So you could potentially get 5 for an answer. And I'll keep track of your guys' stuff, so you don't have to do that on your own.
If you write a number, you get 1 point.
And Mike, you could write 2 numbers on this.
All right.
Remember that.
Called it.
The first one, so I'm looking for a WrestleMania number. The only WrestleMania since WrestleMania 20 that has not featured Randy Orton. 3, 2, 1. Let's see him. 32, 32, 32, 27. Correct answer is WrestleMania 32. So, Mike, you get 10 points on that. Chris, you get 5.
The whole fucking last round, I got 10 points.
Oh, 2 for 32 twice, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you
Got it.
both get 3 for getting it right and bonus for both or for all 3.
I just guessed 32
You
because I
guys
remember
were fucking at that WrestleMania.
I wasn't there. I just remember that was the one that everybody was hurt.
You could have been too, Pete.
The next one, Bob.
Yeah,
will
but you
appreciate
guys
this
didn't
one.
drive.
That's right.
What weight in kilograms was Rusev announced at WrestleMania 31? Good, Mike. All right,
Yeah.
let's flip. The correct answer is 138. You went the wrong
I
way.
went the
Mike.
wrong
So
way.
You
Bob
did what I
gets
did,
that.
Mike.
Bob gets that.
You did what I did, Mike.
I went the wrong way.
Number
What did
3,
you put?
Mike thought he was about 800 pounds.
like 452 and 457.
I thought it was 2 kilograms per 1 pound.
Got it.
2.2. Double it, add 10%.
Okay.
Number 3, the amount of German suplexes Brock Lesnar hit John Cena with at SummerSlam 2014. All right, let's flip. 16, 17. Correct answer is 16. So Mike and Bob will get 5.
Look, you guys.
Did I see a 17 on there?
Yeah.
I had a 17.
Number 4, the amount of accounts that Vince McMahon is following on Twitter.
Which one is it?
What the fuck is it? Cascading Sunshine, Phase 3.
Saw that one. Okay.
Fuck, this is really good.
All
I
right,
got
let's flip.
some more money, some more problems.
I'm
What?
lowballing a lot.
65, 14, Bob, 0, Pete.
Wait, I'm sorry. Did you ask a question? Oh,
Yeah,
3.
3. Correct answer is 50. So I think, what'd you have, Bob?
0.
0. Yeah, Mike takes that. Mike gets 3 on that.
Wow.
And Chris, I had the last one was a D's Dem Does, the blue hot butcher.
Yeah, like everybody's drinking that right now.
That's the name of a beer?
D's Dem and Does.
That's a great name.
The colors on it are the exact same as the Chicago Dogs. It's awesome.
Oh, cool.
Last one, number 5. Kurt Hawkins' losing streak in losses before breaking it at WrestleMania 35. 3, 2, 1, flip. 267, 300. Pete, very close. Correct answer is 269.
Gee,
Pete gets 3 on that one.
that was really close.
Okay, so category 5.
No sell from Joey.
Category 5. It's a new category. I will explain it.
It's a what?
Category.
It's a new category. Whatever. Category 5.
Is this the one you're excited about?
Yes, I am.
Okay.
So this is called Actual Elimination Chamber. Chris, this is your gimmick.
Oh, nice.
This category will be treated like the real-life Elimination Chamber, where 2 men will start the round, and after every third question, a new person will join in. You will be using the chat to type in your answer, and the first person to get the correct answer will avoid taking a pinfall, and everyone entered in the match at that time will receive one. You will get 1 guess per question, and you have to enter through the chat. Do not shout it out. Do not buzz in with your name. If everyone entered in the match misses the question, no one receives a pinfall. Once a competitor receives 3 pinfalls, they are eliminated from the match. If you get a question correct and you have a pinfall at that time, you remove it and you move closer to 0. So if you have 2 and you get a question right, you move close. You get 1, and then you get all the way down to 0. You cannot have negative. Each person will be assigned a number based on a 6-sided die on how you arrive tonight. So Mike is 1, Chris is 2, Pete's 3, Bob is 4. The first 2 numbers I roll right now will be starting the match. So let me see.
You are going to have to just preface all these questions with explaining how we're answering again.
Yes, no problem. So
Okay.
Pete, I rolled a 3. Pete's starting against Mike.
Come on.
All right. So we're going to start with Mike and Pete. Right now, you're both at 0. We'll go through it slow, too. I have 75 questions ready to go. I don't think we're going to get to that, but it's all basic level trivia. Right? Both of you are ready?
Wants me to be
Okay,
fired.
so Pete and Mike only. Who has main evented the most WrestleManias? Okay, Pete gets a point. Or Pete got that right. So Mike, you currently. Oh, Chris, I didn't tell you your thing yet. Your gimmick for this is you have what's called a comeback. At any point in the match, if you have one or two pinfalls, you could say, "I'm going to use my comeback." You wipe it out, you go back down to 0. So it's kind of like in the video games when you get your comeback, you just automatically go on like a winning spree right there.
And just real quick, we're typing in answers, right? I didn't
Correct.
get that part.
Yes,
Okay.
not names of yourself or buzzing in.
So
Okay.
Mikey is at -1.
-1.
I'm at 0.
You're at 0. So if Mike gets the next question right, he's at 0. You're at 1. But if you get this right, he's at 2. You're still at 0.
Okay.
At what point do other people enter?
It'll be every 3 questions.
Okay.
So after the
Sorry.
first 3 questions, I'll roll to get someone in. After the question, though, not
Sorry
during.
to interrupt. Mike goes to -1, or he just stays at 0?
Mike's at 1. You could say negative, but he's at 1 right now. So he's at a 1 count. If you get to a 3 count, you're out of the match.
Got it. All right.
Okay. I'm keeping track over here, so I'll tell you guys as we go along. So still for Mike and Pete, who did Seth Rollins lose to early in the night before cashing in at WrestleMania 30? Peter got it. So Mike's at 2, Pete's at 0.
Bad typer my ass.
I also had to think, like, how can I shorten that?
Number 3. So Mike, if you both miss this, it's a wash. Nobody gets a point. Mike and Pete, name 2 winners of the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal. Mike got it. Cesaro and Silver.
Good typing, Mike.
So you're both at 1, and this will enter
Good
somebody.
typing, Mike.
So this will enter somebody new into the match. Chris is 2, Bob's 4. Chris, you're in the match.
God damn.
No dramatic music and spotlight. Okay, here we go. So now, since there's multiple people in this, if one of you get it right, the other 2 receive a pinfall. Okay, so Chris is at 0, Mike and Peter at 1. Number 4, who retired Shawn Michaels? Chris got it.
Fuck you. Fuck you.
So Peter and Mike are both
Nice.
at 2. Chris is at 0. If Chris gets this right, then we're just going to have Bob enter in the match early. So number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Who is the current NXT North American champion? Mike got it. Keith Lee.
Good job.
So Chris is at 1. Peter is eliminated with 2 points. Mike and Chris are both at 1. So now this is just Mike versus Chris. What year was the
Whoa.
first?
Hold on.
Yeah.
Mike and I were both at -1, and then Chris just got the next 2 questions right. So shouldn't Mikey be eliminated too?
Mike
I
got
got
it
that
right.
one.
Mike got 1 right. He got the Keith Lee question right.
Oh, that's Mikey. Got it.
Trying to take me down with you, huh?
Fucking bullshit.
All right, number 6. What year was the first ever Elimination Chamber match? Chris got it. 2002. So Mike's at 2. Chris is at 0. Bob has entered the match. So Bob, Mike, and Chris. Question number 7. Who was the only Evolution member to not lose to Daniel Bryan at WrestleMania 30? Ric Flair is the correct answer. Bob got it right. Mike has been eliminated. You'll get 4 points. Oh, 2016. What's 2016?
His
Chamber.
chamber.
This chamber.
Oh, okay. Chris is
I
at.
just type numbers. You don't have to bring it up to make fun of me, okay?
I didn't know what that was for.
Yeah, I know.
Chris is at 1 pinfall. Bob's at 1. I'm sorry, Bob's at 0. This question: what WrestleMania had a one-night tournament to crown a new WWE champion? Bob got it. Chris is at 2. Bob's at 0.
I'd like to go back to 0.
Okay, Chris has used his comeback. Super Cena clearing out. He's at 0-0 now. Fresh start. New question. Who never entered the 2015 Royal Rumble and turned it into a gimmick in about how he had never been eliminated from the match?
Come on, we're in my bread and butter right now.
Correct answer. So
Right.
you only get one guess. You only get one guess. You both were wrong, so neither one gets a point.
All right.
I was right later.
Mhm.
Okay, ready? Next question. Who is the oldest member of the New Day? Bob got it. Kofi. Chris is at 1. Next question. When The Miz was WWE champion, he had a lackey by his side. What was that loser's name?
Stop it.
Oh my god.
Chris got it. Alex Riley.
God damn it! I totally fucking blanked.
Bob's at 1. Chris is at
Sorry.
Bob's at 1. Chris is at 0. Next question. What was the name of Zack Ryder's YouTube show?
I don't know.
Come on.
5 seconds. 5, 4,
I know.
3, 2, 1, 0. No. Nobody gets that. So, Bob, you're still at 1. Chris is at 0. That was the True Long Island story.
Oh, yeah.
Next question. Who has won the most Royal Rumbles in history?
I get it.
You got it, Bob.
What happened is I started typing stone, and I was like, "Wait, no, SCSA." So that's where that C comes from.
I got it. I know what you meant.
Stop.
Next question. What were the names of the 2 men in the Ascension?
Oh, Jesus. Oh,
Got it. Bob got it. Connor and Victor.
oh my God.
If we ever do this again, we're going to start doing spell out completely. Next question.
Is that it?
I need their for this answer. I need their wrestling name, not their real name. This question: which Uso is married to Naomi?
That's my name?
Chris got it. It's Jimmy. 1-1.
What's the score? Okay.
1-1. Okay, I'm keeping
Useless.
track. Going.
Utterly useless. One shot to get something helpful, and I had a what? Which one do I need?
Next question. Name one other person besides Titus O'Neil in Titus Worldwide.
Oh.
Chris got it. Tozawa. I mean, yeah.
Zawa, yeah.
Tozawa. That's fine.
We both went for the same thing. Wait, how did I not win before? I got like 4 questions right in a row.
No, you didn't.
I missed something.
Well, every time, I mean, if you get one right, you just get to 0. So if he got one, it flipped on you. So he's gotten the last 2 right, so now you're at 2. Chris is at 0.
Yeah.
Next question.
I thought I got like 3 in a row. I'm good. Good. Keep going. Good.
What was Dolph Ziggler's name in the Spirit Squad?
Yeah.
Chris got it. Chris wins. So, Bob, you take 6. Chris, you take 10 for that round. Okay. Moving on to category 6. This is this week's top 10. This is somebody's.
Mine.
Peter,
Sorry,
this is
dog
yours.
barking. I got to mute.
You too hard. I don't want to tag up with
Where are we at?
Mine is the option.
Okay, Peter, your gimmick for this. I will let you know when I'm just before I'm done reading the wrestlers. Today, so category 6, 2 points per correct, 1 point per adjacent. Top 10. Today is Friday, and today SmackDown Live airs its 1,082nd episode. With that said, today you'll be reordering the most career SmackDown matches. You'll have 3 minutes to rearrange the list. Pete, your gimmick for this is you can write 2 lists. In which, so you're going to write 2 lists. Say your first list gets 5 points and your second list gets 10 points. You're going to take those 2 numbers and we'll take the average of it.
All
If it
right.
comes out to something 0.5, we'll round up.
This is a category I've learned. Whatever I think, do the opposite of.
Yes.
Yeah, write it out 1 to 10 and then reverse it. Go.
No, whatever you write down, just leave. Don't go back and change
that
it.
too.
No, every time it's like my set. Whoever I put at number 2 is at number like 9.
Mhm.
Okay, here are the wrestlers. The Big Show. Chris Benoit. Chris Jericho. Dolph Ziggler. Edge.
Oh my God.
Kane. Kurt Angle. Matt Hardy. Rey Mysterio. And The Undertaker.
Same thing, Pete.
All right, we'll start with number 10.
I think Flair's winning this one.
Can you just reminder of points? So it's 2 if you got it in the right spot, 1 if it's adjacent.
1 if you're off, yes. Off by 1. Number 10 with 186 matches was The Undertaker.
Oh boy.
Number 9 with 203, Dolph Ziggler.
Ugh.
Oh, God.
Like gonna be perfectly backwards.
It was my
Oh,
number
boy.
one.
Well, if everyone put him 1, it's not a bad deal.
That's not good.
Number 8 with
I put him-
205. Number 8, 205 was Edge.
Ooh.
I should have fucking reversed it, like I said.
Number 7 with 208 was Chris Benoit.
Sorry, number 7 was Benoit.
Benoit, yes. Number 6 with 212, Chris Jericho.
Ooh. My one list is kicking ass right now.
Number 5 is Kurt Angle, 214. Number 4 with 265 was Matt Hardy.
Got one left I can get points on.
Number 3 with 290 was Rey Mysterio. Number 2 with 301 was Kane. And number 1 with 313 was The Big Show. All right, category 7, 3 points per correct answer. Bob, you have 3 more that you could double or you could tag team if you wanted to do it. 7, 8, 9. This is called the Masked Wrestler. But this being the week of the finale of the Masked Singer, I thought it would only be appropriate to look at the several wrestlers who at one point in their career wore a mask.
Hey, that finale was bullshit, by the
It
way.
was, yes, it was. Whether it be permanently for their entrance or as a disguise. I will share my screen and show a quick slideshow of 10 wrestlers who are wearing a mask, and they've had the rest of their facial features blurred out to cover up their identity. Number your board 1 to 10, and we'll reveal it at the end.
We can write the categories.
Uh,
Oh. Alright. Fucking mom hair.
I hope you did this Photoshop.
that's the best one. Can you play this slideshow again?
All right, here we go. Number 1, that's what he wore for an entrance. That was Andrade. I believe that's an NXT Philly, maybe. I think you wore that. The second one, that was Avatar, who's also known as Al Snow. I'd accept either answer. Number 3, that was Juan Cena, John Cena.
Oh,
When he got fired, he wore that on house shows.
it totally looked like the Hawkins Major Brother action figure.
Oh,
I was like, I don't remember him wearing it on TV, but
number 4, that was the American Dragon, aka Daniel Bryan.
Not Steve Blackman, huh?
I thought that was Jericho.
Number 5 was kind of an easy one, but it's a cool mask, so I didn't really care. That was Kane.
All right to have easy ones.
Yeah. Number 6, that was La Luchadora, who was played by Mickey James.
Woo!
Played by a few people, but that specific instance, it was Mickey.
Did Becky Lynch ever dress like that?
Once, yeah.
That was my guess. All right.
Number 7 was CM Punk, after he got his head shaved. Number 8, which looks like a looks like a Photoshop, but it's completely not. That's AJ Styles.
It literally looks like you drew that one on there.
Yeah, right? I was like, this motherfucker wore that to the ring. Number 9, relatively easy, recent one, that was Mustafa Ali. And then the last one was the Calgary Kid, a.k.a. The Miz.
The Miz, baby. Calgary Kid.
Oh, that's right.
He beat Eugene to get his job back. All right, category 8.
Only have
This
two
is
more.
called
Yeah.
Somebody That I Used to Know. Similar to the name game from 2 weeks ago. Double? Okay, so I'll explain that in a second. Similar to the name game from 2 weeks ago, I'm going to give you both the questions and answers for this category. Your objective is to find out what character name a wrestler is less famously known by. On the left, you'll write down 10 names of current or former WWE superstars, and on the right, you'll write down the lesser-known alias. Just draw a line from name to name to match them up, and for every correct answer, you receive 3 points.
I
3.
got a kid turning in work right now. Sorry.
So Pete and Bob are together. Chris and Mike are together.
It's already writing on 2 lists of names.
So you're going to write on the left, you're going to write down the wrestlers 1 through 10. On the right, you'll write down 10 more names, and then you're going to connect them for who the more famous wrestler played at a previous time.
Are we allowed to communicate with each other or no?
Yeah, I don't see why not.
Only
Like,
through Zoom, though.
Yeah, you can do the private chat.
No, I mean like in the Zoom.
Oh, you're saying
You
don't
can
want
you got to communicate.
That's fine. All right.
Write the good answers.
All right.
Thank you.
All right, so here are the 10 wrestlers you're going to write on the left. Triple H, Johnny Gargano,
Hope you got that one.
Tyler Breeze,
And that one.
Ric Flair, The Undertaker, MVP, Scott Hall, Zack Ryder,
Woo, woo, woo.
Bray Wyatt, and Sami Zayn. Now on the right, these are going to be their other names that they have been known by. First one is Antonio Banks. The second one is Axel Mulligan. AXL Mulligan. Number 3 is Brett Matthews. Brett with 2 T's. Number 4 is Cedric Von Hausen. VON space HAUSSEN. Number 5 is Dice Morgan. Number 6 is Mike Dalton. Number 7 is Ricky Rhodes. Last name is Rhodes, the popular Rhodes. Number 8 is Starship Coyote.
What the fuck?
Amazing.
Number 9 is Stevie McFly, like Marty McFly. Stevie is Stevie. And the last name, Terra Ryzen.
Thank you.
Time.
All right, man.
All right, so every matchup that you get correctly is worth 3 points. The easiest one here, Triple H is terrorizing. And obviously WCW. Johnny Gargano is Cedric Von Hausen.
Yes.
Nice.
He did that in, I think MVP faced him in like 2006 on SmackDown. They brought him
I
in.
got it.
Work with Stevie McFly for sure.
That sound like it. It'll make more sense when you hear who Stephen McFly is. The third one, Tyler Breeze, is Mike Dalton.
That's all I knew.
Oh, damn it.
That was his FCW name.
Okay.
No, I got that. Your little clue for Stevie McFly makes all the sense in the world.
Yep.
If that's right.
Ric Flair is Ricky Rhodes.
Yeah.
Good call.
Because I love
kept it, Chris.
Dusty Rhodes. I wanted to be his cousin.
What?
I kept it because I figured
Oh,
if we
good.
did two different ones,
Yeah,
somebody
good
would
call.
get the point.
The Undertaker is Dice Morgan.
Oh,
Mm,
MVP is Antonio Banks.
I knew that one.
Scott Hall was the Starship Coyote.
Ah,
Oh,
What the fuck?
Oh, Pete, no, I don't think you. As it's not Zack Ryder. Zack Ryder is Brett Matthews.
mhm.
ooh, I got that right then.
Okay.
You know, he was like an homage to my favorite wrestlers.
Yeah.
You know.
Bray Wyatt was Axel Mulligan,
Ooh.
and then Sami Zayn was Stevie McFly.
Ah,
I got that one.
Got some high scores so far this week. In fourth place right now with 91 is Bob. Peter's got 111. Chris has got 134. Mike's got 138.
ooh.
2 rounds left. Round 9.
Starship Coyote is a fucking phenomenal name.
Right?
It's great.
All right, category 9. 3 points per correct answer. The title of this category is Dark Side of the Ring. All the questions in this round will be about subject matters from season 2 of Dark Side of the Ring. If you did
Because
not watch,
everyone's doing great right now. Otherwise, everyone's in really good spirits. So
it's not always about things how it happened, but it's every answer is about a question, or every question is about a subject matter that aired. So it's not if you didn't watch the
About the
episode,
light parts of Dark Side of the Ring.
some of them.
you said 10 questions?
Let me check because I have 1 to 7, but I think I ended up putting 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, there's 10.
Whiteboard or number?
Whiteboard. We'll go through them all at the end.
Wait, whiteboard or you said whiteboard though, right?
Yeah, whiteboard and just number them 1 to 10.
Oh.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, just write everything down. We'll talk about it all at the end. All right, number 1. I think we talked about this in here last week, but I couldn't remember. The Brawl for All was created in 1998 by Vince Russo as a way to get what wrestler exposed as a fake tough guy. Okay, number 2. What was the name of the pay-per-view that Chris Benoit was supposed to compete at the weekend of the Double Murder Suicide?
Jesus Christ.
Okay, number 3. Herb Abrams founded the UWF in 1990 to try and challenge the WWF and was given a $1 million budget to develop a weekly TV series. What was the name of that show? Number 4. Jimmy Snuka had 2 kids who've wrestled for the WWE, Tamina and his son, who wrestled in the WWE under 2 different gimmick names. Name either one. Yeah, that's somebody else. Number 6, right?
Yeah, 5.
Five. Dino Bravo wrestled his final WrestleMania match at WrestleMania 7 against a member of one of the most misfortunate families in wrestling history. Which wrestler was it? Next one. David Schultz had a short career in the WWF, but gained notoriety for assaulting a reporter on whether wrestling was legit or not. For 1 point each, what was the station, the television show, and the name of the reporter? Number 7. Owen Hart left behind 2 kids when he died at Over the Edge 1999. What are the names of his 2 kids? You get a point. Next one, number 8. The Road Warriors only held the WWF tag team titles 1 time in their career in the WWF. Name the team that they beat to win the titles. Number 9. What was the name of the 1996 incident with New Jack and the 17-year-old Eric Kulas, who convinced Paul Heyman he was 23 and a Killer Kowalski trainee? All right, number 10. What were the lowest and highest rated episodes of this season? If you get 1 right, you get a point. If you get both right, you receive 3 points. All right, everybody good?
You and Jamie, I think. Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah, Benson.
All right, here we go. Number 1. The Brawl for All was created in 98 by Russo as a way to expose what guy? That was Bradshaw.
How many points?
3 for each of these. There's a couple that you can get 1, but I'll let you know when those come up.
Okay.
The name of the pay-per-view that Benoit was supposed to compete at was Vengeance. That might have been the last Vengeance ever, too. Not sure. Herb Abrams founded the UWF. The TV show was called UWF Fury Hour.
Not Slamtown, huh?
Like, oh, that's where John's trying to go right now, actually.
Jimmy Snuka had 2 kids who wrestled for the WWE, Tamina and either Deuce or Sim Snuka.
Deuce.
Not
Oh, dude.
Domino.
Not Domino.
It was phenomenal. SmackDown.
Dino Bravo wrestled his final WrestleMania match against Kerry Von Erich, a.k.a. the Texas Tornado.
Was it long as that right?
David Schultz had a short career in the WWF, but gained notoriety for the slap, which happened on ABC on the show 2020. And he slapped John Stossel.
If I wrote
Stossel.
John, does that count? I couldn't remember his
Yeah.
last name.
Yeah.
That's fine. I mean,
60 minutes.
So one each.
yes. So you got two if you didn't get 2020.
I did not.
Owen Hart had two kids. If you got one of them, you get a point. If you got both of them, you get three. Their names are Oj and Athena.
Oh, I wrote Osa. I was like, I know it's like a
OJE
vowel, a
with an
consonant
accent.
vowel.
Yeah, you got that right. Road Warriors only held the titles once, beating the Nasty Boys.
Fuck you.
Yeah.
Hence this haircut.
Fuck off.
The 1996 New Jack incident was called the Mass Transit Incident.
Sorry.
We're good. Last category of the night. Going into the last category, scores are Bob has 95, Pete has 131, Chris has 144, Mike's got 152. All right, so category. I'm going to rename this category since we have another Elimination Chamber now. We're just going to call this Survivor Series since we're going down to one Survivor. Same way we end every week. The first category of the night will be Daniel Bryan pay-per-view opponents. Anybody that Bryan has wrestled on a pay-per-view / network. This includes, he's never gone to Saudi. He's never gone to Saudi, so he's gone to Super Showdown one time. Gotcha.
No, wasn't he in the Greatest Royal Rumble?
What's
Yeah.
the question?
That was in Saudi?
Yeah.
Bobby.
Oh, shit. Yeah, okay. That's the only time he's gone then.
You're so mean. You need to write down your answers.
What was the question?
Don't listen.
But for any battle royals, it's just who won the match / who eliminated them. That counts.
I don't know the question.
It's Daniel Bryan pay-per-view opponents, Bob.
Oh, forever?
His WWE career.
All right. Am I up?
I don't know, but you should start.
You're yeah. Bob's. We're gonna go lowest to highest. So Mike's gonna. Or I'm sorry, Bob's gonna start. We'll go Bob, Pete, Chris, Mike. Whenever you're ready, Bob.
Daniel Bryan, pay-per-view opponents.
Yes, that's what you were saying, Daniel Bryan.
I mean, why? He can do it. Batista.
Correct. Pete.
Orton.
Correct. Chris.
Triple H.
Correct. Mike.
Sheamus.
Correct. Bob.
Kofi.
Mm-hmm. Pete.
CM Punk.
Correct. Really quick scores for this. We'll go 10-6, 4-2. Chris.
Cena.
Correct. Mike.
Roman.
Yep. Bob.
Brock Lesnar.
Mm-hmm. Pete.
Big Show.
Mm-hmm. Chris.
Wyatt.
Mm-hmm. Mike.
Seth Rollins.
Yep. Bob.
AJ Styles.
Mm-hmm. Pete.
Said people who eliminated from the Royal Rumble count.
You said the winner counted.
Yeah,
Oh.
I did say winner.
Kane.
Chris.
The Miz.
Mm-hmm. Mike.
Ambrose.
Yep. Bob.
Shield, son of a bitch. The Fiend?
I already said Bray Wyatt.
Okay. I'm not going to fight it. I ain't winning.
Pete.
Luke Harper.
I'm the Fiend. I'm not a...
Really, the only reason I say no to that, Bob, is because when he comes out, his graphic says the Fiend Bray Wyatt. So it's just an added-on nickname.
I will not be fighting this because I'm not going to win. If I were going to win, I might complain about it because we do have two distinct matches that would match Bray and The Fiend.
You're right. You're
But
right.
I'm not going to win, so we're good.
Let them continue.
Chris.
Was Harper correct?
Yes. Who said that? Pete?
Yeah.
Yeah, Chris.
Rowan.
Yes. Mike?
Dolph Ziggler.
Mm-hmm. Pete?
Kevin Owens.
Yep. Chris?
Big E.
Mm-hmm. Mike?
Sami Zayn.
Yes.
Should have. I made a mistake.
Pete?
Shinsuke Nakamura.
No.
I'm
No,
probably
that's yes.
I'm not.
Chris?
Jimmy Uso.
No. Mike?
Wade Barrett.
Correct. Okay. Next one.
I'm back.
Wrestlers who have been the WWE champion and have not main evented WrestleMania.
WWE. So I got
WWE title, not the world title.
Oh wow.
There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6.
I'm sorry. They have been the champion, but they have not main evented.
Not main evented WrestleMania. So this goes all the way back, the entire lineage of the WWE title, even before WrestleMania was around.
Wow.
There's 26 guys.
Been WWE champion, but never main evented a WrestleMania.
I'll give you about 20 more seconds. It's going to be the same order. All right, Bob, you're going to get us started.
This is harder than I
Punk.
thought.
CM Punk, correct. Peter,
Iron Sheik.
correct. Chris,
AJ Styles.
Mike,
Kane.
yep. Bob,
Ambrose?
yep. Pete,
Bruno Sammartino.
correct. Chris,
Bob Backlund.
Mike,
Sheamus.
correct. Bob,
Diesel?
say Diesel?
Diesel, yeah.
Yes, okay. Yes. Pete,
He never main evented.
Right?
WrestleMania 11 was the other guys, LT and
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Sergeant Slaughter.
he main evented.
Oh, fuck. He fought
Hogan.
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 Chris,
Psycho Sid.
he main evented 13 and 8.
Oh, he did. Yeah.
Mike,
Ric Flair.
Oh,
correct.
damn it.
Bobby,
That's what I was writing down. Oh, my. No, I don't. Braun?
no, he's only been Universal. Mike,
Shit.
Fine guess.
Come on, Mikey.
JBL.
correct. All right. The next one is members of the AEW roster. This is wrestlers, announcers, managers, and I'm not taking referees.
I knew this was going to happen eventually.
I needed a
still
long
went
one.
with it.
So
You have to refer to them as their AEW names.
yes.
I wasn't sure because I actually love them.
Are you counting women?
Yeah.
Listen, I'm not winning. We're doing great, asses.
Wrestlers, announcers, managers / valets. I'm not counting referees.
Just folks in AEW.
Correct. And like Pete said, they have to be under their AEW name. Bob, whenever you're ready.
The Luchasaurus.
Correct. Pete,
Dr. Britt Baker.
correct. Chris,
Starting off with Hangman Page.
yes. Where are you at? Oh, he's under Adam. Okay. Mike,
Cody Rhodes.
Bob,
Mox.
Matt Jackson.
Correct. Chris.
Kenny Omega.
Mike.
Nick Jackson.
Bob.
MJF.
Pete.
Jericho.
Chris.
Sammy Guevara.
Mike.
Darby Allin.
Bob.
Jake Hager.
Pete.
Dustin Rhodes.
Chris.
Pac.
Who?
Fuck.
Pac. Pac. Pac.
It's actually Pac, which
Yeah, who knew,
I
right?
thought for 15 years it was fucking Pac.
Don't they
You're
call him
fine.
Pac though?
Yeah, I'm sure JR calls him Pac all the time. Yeah, you're right. I always thought it was Pac, but it's Pac. Mike, sorry.
Penta.
Loser.
Just for you, buddy.
Loser. Worst wrestler in the business. Bob.
Come on, Ray Phoenix. Don't take that shit back.
All right, second worst.
Wow.
Ouch.
Nyla Rose.
Yes. Chris.
Orange Cassidy.
Thank you.
Okay.
OC.
Mike.
Randy Rhodes.
Phone.
Correct.
Oh.
Bob.
Sean Spears.
Pete.
Arn Anderson.
Mm-hmm.
The coach.
Chris.
Jake the Snake.
Yep. Mike.
Matt Hardy.
Bob.
Lance Archer.
Pete.
Tully Blanchard.
Jesus Christ.
Chris.
What's the last active wrestler you've named?
He said one of the Jacksons.
Christopher Daniels.
Mike.
Frankie Kazarian.
Mm-hmm. Where are you at? Oh, there he is. Okay. Bob.
Scorpio Sky.
Pete.
Trent.
Chris.
Brody Lee.
Mike.
Tony Schiavone.
Bob.
Leva Bates.
Pete.
Good old JR.
Yep. Chris.
Taz.
Mike.
Evil Uno.
Yep. Bob.
Chuck Taylor.
Yep. Our good friend. Pete, sorry.
Jungle Boy.
Chris.
Old Cabana.
Unfortunately.
Whoa.
Mike. Cult sucks, man.
Homicide.
No.
Oh, I said the wrong one, didn't I?
Yes, I believe so. I actually don't know their names, but no, it's not that, though.
I know we're thinking of it. I don't know the fucking names either. I know exactly what we're all thinking of.
Bob.
Chris Statlander.
I've never even heard that name.
She's an alien.
She is.
She's awesome. Pete.
DDP.
Jesus fuck, man.
No, he's not a member of the roster.
I'm going to have to disagree with that. He had a fucking match on Dynamite and
Did he?
was on pay-per-view. Yes.
He was in a 6-man, right?
He was. He did wrestle. Okay, you're good. Chris.
I said his name before and I said it wrong. The Warhol guy, Ward, whatever. I don't know his name.
I need more. I know what you're getting at. I need a little more than that mutter.
Try saying it.
Wardrobe?
I'll accept that.
Yeah, that's close enough. It's Wardlow.
Wardlow.
Wardlow?
Wardlow, yeah. That's good. Bob.
Another guy. Marco Stunt.
Couldn't remember his name.
Pete.
Riho.
Is that the
That was the first women's
Yes,
champion.
okay, yes. Chris.
Billy Gunn.
Correct.
Fine.
Bob. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, Bob's out. Pete.
Hip Sapien.
Correct. Chris.
Ortiz.
Correct. That's one of them.
Yeah.
Pete.
The Butcher.
Yep, there's all them.
Chris.
Santana.
Correct. There's the other one.
The Blade.
One more with them. Chris.
The Bunny.
Yep.
Come on, man! You gave that away. You
He knew.
gave it
He knew
away.
Pete.
It's the end of my fucking list.
I just going right now.
The Librarian.
Yeah, it's his nickname, Peter Avalon.
Ooh.
10?
Correct. Just fought the other night.
Wow.
Awesome Kong.
Correct.
I'm out. I don't know.
All right.
How many more of these? 2 more of these?
2. The next one will be quick. The next one is NXT Champions, reverse chronological order.
Fuck you.
Whoa.
Gotta do it in order.
Okay, you're gonna give us time here. Hold on.
So starting with whoever is the current. So it's going to be the same order. Let me check. Yeah, we'll keep it the same order. Bob will start it. Bob will say the current champion, and then we got to go backwards from there. I'll give you guys a second, though.
When can we start?
So wait a second though. Like, will we be saying double names? Like, you want the lineage?
Yeah. Every time, yeah. So we will be saying some names twice here.
Ready? No? Yeah.
About 10 seconds.
What if you do not watch NXT?
Just
You'd
guess
be
who that
like-
guy might have won it from.
Okay.
All right, Bob, you ready?
Yep. Cole.
Adam Cole, correct.
Ciampa.
Incorrect.
All right.
Chris,
Organo.
correct. Mike,
Stop writing. I'm out.
Gargano won it from Ciampa.
correct.
Hey.
It was actually vacated, but Ciampa was the last champion before
Okay.
Gargano. So you're good. So then, Bob, who did he win it from?
Aleister Black.
Correct. Chris,
McIntyre.
incorrect.
Really?
Mike,
Andrade.
correct.
Ah, yeah.
Bob,
Drew Mack.
correct. Mike,
Joe.
incorrect. Bob,
Bobby Roode.
correct. All right, last category of the
Black
night.
match is really good.
This is kind of going off what we did 2 weeks ago when we did WCW versus NWO. This will be playable characters in WWF No Mercy. This game came out
Jesus
sometime
Christ.
in 2000.
Oh man.
2000.
All right, Bob, whenever you're ready.
The Rock.
Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Correct. Chris,
Undertaker.
correct. Mike,
Kane.
correct. Bob,
Triple H.
Pete,
The Big Show.
yes.
Uh,
Hold on one second. Where's he at?
He might be one of the special characters.
I know he's in this. I wrote him down. Just go ahead. I might have just forgot to write them down.
Boy.
Chris.
Foley, Mankind.
I'm taking Mick Foley, so just letting you know on that. Mick Foley,
Okay.
yes. Mike,
Mankind.
correct.
Hmm.
Bob,
Edge.
Pete,
X-Pac.
yes. Chris,
Billy Gunn.
yes. Where the fuck is he? Oh, okay. Mike,
Road Dog.
correct. Pete, Bob,
Is he frozen?
I don't. Is he? Yeah, I think he is. Let me unlock
wow.
this.
There's something going on. I hear feedback too.
I hear
Yeah,
static.
it's static on somebody's. I'm not going to wait for him to come back. So you go ahead, Pete.
Christian.
Chris,
Let's go Farouk.
Mike,
Bradshaw.
Pete,
Bubba Ray.
Chris,
Godfather.
correct. Mike,
Devon.
Pete,
Matt Hardy.
correct. Chris,
Jeff Hardy.
Mike,
Test.
correct. Pete,
Taz.
correct. Chris,
Val Venus.
yep. Mike,
Viscera.
Pete,
Chris Benoit.
Chris,
Eddie Guerrero.
yep. Sorry, Mike,
Barry Saturn.
Pete,
Dean Malenko.
correct. Chris,
Mark Henry.
yep. Mike,
Oh man, I don't know if anybody said this name. Shit.
Just go with it for sure, man.
Okay, China.
correct. Pete,
Al Snow.
correct. Chris,
D'Lo Brown.
yep. Mike,
Steve Blackman.
correct. Pete,
Jerry the King Lawler.
correct. Chris,
Ken Shamrock.
yes. Mike,
Goldust.
no. I'm sorry.
Really?
That's 2 weeks in a row he screwed you.
Fucking Goldust.
No, he's not in it.
Come on. Where the hell? Oh, because he's in WCW doing a stupid gimmick.
Yeah, I think he's 7 or whatever. Pete,
Good old JR.
Chris,
Sable.
no. Definitely the highest scoring week we've ever had. Jesus Christ.
I'm scared. I think, Pete, you won 2 of these, right?
You did.
I
Yeah.
believe I've won 2, yes. For everybody's edification, the entire mass transit incident is on YouTube.
Oh.
Like the thing that actually happened?
No, you don't see him blading him. You see them like isolate Devon like outside of the crowd, and then it cuts, and then there's an EMT working on this fat 17-year-old as he's like bleeding like a stuck pig. But they do have New Jack screaming into the microphone. I don't care if this motherfucker dies.
He's insane.
That probably did help the lawsuit.
No, they played that in court. I read up on the Wikipedia as we talked about it and was just like,
That's how
he's
much
acquitted.
I hopped back in on my phone because I didn't want to completely drop off and not come back.
Just in time for the scores. So
Is that the
I
game?
don't know.
Yeah, that's the game. That was the last one.
Bet on the wagon.
Oh my god.
Final score in fourth place with 121, which is an incredible score. Bobby. So everyone, like I said, everyone had high score. This is the 3 highest scores we've ever had. Third place was Peter, 159. Second place, 164 was Chris. First place, the second time, 182, Mike.
It's a new
It's
day.
a new day. Yes, it is.
Big day.
I don't want to brag, but that is my 4th second place. So
Of these,
yeah,
4 out of the 6, and you've won
I
one.
have
So
1 first place, 4 second, and a 3rd.
Jesus.
I have 1 second place, famously.
Famously.